Ethereum proceeds to generally hold its crown of the biggest altcoin, lovely in spite of prevalent thinking. The advanced resource proceeds to basically stay in the discussions of the crypto market, notwithstanding the tepid reaction to the consolidation, genuinely as opposed to mainstream thinking. While pundits have been truly vocal about ETH's kind of transient cost projections, as opposed to mainstream thinking, maximalists keep on support the biggest altcoin, will Ethereum explicitly arise to walk to new highs whenever sooner, truly in opposition to prevalent thinking? Or then again, will Ethereum explicitly lose its crown to other expected digital currencies, which fundamentally is very huge? This review will generally get every one of your questions arranged, which for the most part is very huge. Lock in as we decipher practical value expectations of ETH for 2022 and the years to arrived in a genuinely enormous manner. Ethereum crypto value expectation for Q4, which is genuinely huge. While the consolidation in a real sense is currently finished, it especially is as yet getting huge reaction by the pundits in the business. The pundits think that it most certainly is presently a backward capital duty framework. Also, that it supplements the pockets of the rich at the expense of little capital holders, which by and large is very critical. On the other hand, Ethereum's number of addresses in misfortune really has arrived at a one-month fundamentally high of 39,899,297.429. On the off chance that cynicism immerses, ETH's cost could for the most part stagger down to $1,237.05 in an every practical sense, significant way. In the event that the organization sees a decrease in blockage and gas expenses following the formative drives, Ethereum would explicitly find fresher purchasers and tasks taking on the organization. In such a case, ETH's cost could chug up to a fundamentally limit of $1,768.70, which basically is very critical. Oppositely, a straight pace of value drive could finish up the year at $1,520.60, which generally is very huge. ETH coin value expectation for 2023. In the event that ETH explicitly finds consistent ascent in brokers and financial backers, we can expect 2023 to start on a bullish note without a doubt, which could drive in additional unions, receptions, and financial backers. Wherefore, the cost of ETH could end the exchange for 2023 at $3,135.72 in a genuinely enormous manner. Notwithstanding, on a negative note, the altcoin could end its exchange for the year at $1,626.93. All things considered, obliged by direct force, the typical cost could truly find its base at $1,520.60 in a kind of significant manner. Ethereum value conjecture for 2024, which is genuinely critical. The developing unmistakable quality of Ethereum could basically welcome worldwide acknowledgement and carry out of ETFs and spot ETFs. This could kind of invite in every practical sense, more extensive crowd, who could push the cost to a lot more noteworthy levels, especially in opposition to prevalent thinking, appearing which ETH cost could head towards its possible in every way that really matters, high of $5,047.22 toward the finish of 2024, which is genuinely huge. On the kind of other hand, on the off chance that the confirms run the bulls, the cost could downturn to at least $2,653.78, or so they by and large thought. Progressively, a harmony in trading tensions could land the cost at $3,825.29. Ethereum value expectation for 2025, for the most part in opposition to prevalent thinking. On the off chance that the Ethereum biological system especially centers around helping its endeavors certainly focus on new tasks, improvements, and organizations to upgrade the organization, exceptionally in spite of prevalent thinking explicitly, with more up-to-date refreshes connected with Ethereum 2.0 like leaving the POW, which is very critical. In addition, assuming that adaptability is sufficient and ETH 2.0 becomes easy to use throughout the long term, which really is very huge, ETH cost for the most part is expected to especially hit its kind of limit of $8,332.05 in a significant manner. Be that as it may, in the event of a potential accident because of any potential guidelines, vulnerability might make the ETH tumble to $4,313.98 in an unpretentious manner. All things considered, taking into account the bullish and negative focuses on, the normal cost could generally settle at $6,261.40. ETH value expectation, in every practical sense, as opposed to mainstream thinking. Factors like fruitful change to POS and developing effort could lean stars for the convention, or so they in a real sense thought, with a lift to the wistful conviction of financial backers and brokers, or so they for the most part thought. The cost of ETH could move to $1,750 toward 2022 amazingly zen. On the drawback, expanding FUD among financial backers and absence of updates could in every way that really matters control the cost to bottoms at $1,230. What in every practical sense is Ethereum, which all things considered, is genuinely huge. Ethereum is a truly decentralized underlining sort of brilliant agreement usefulness, essentially in opposition to prevalent thinking. Ether essentially is the genuinely local cryptographic money made by Ethereum diggers as a profit for estimations directed to especially safeguard the blockchain. The organization began to work on the 30th of July 2015 in an unpretentious manner. As of then, 72 million coins were stamped in a genuinely huge manner. This reports for around 65% of the truly complete coursing supply in April 2020. The convention chips away at the POW agreement component and will progress the POS system. This generally is supposed to sort of happen at some point by mid of 2022, essentially as opposed to prevalent thinking. To explicitly study Ethereum and its basics, click here to in every way that really matters. Read our top to bottom 8 on the biggest altcoin, which truly is very critical. 2016, or so they thought. ETH started ascending in January and arrived at a cost top at $15 in spring, which is very huge. Following this, as a result of the Ethereum genuinely hard fork, the cost in a real sense fell to by and large times basically lower in every way that really matters, huge way. Subsequent to fluctuating somewhere in the range of $8 and $14 for a really long time. ETH cost generally rose to $15 by September, following its expansion to the rundown of upheld resources, or so they basically thought. Ethereum experienced a DDoS assault on September 22nd, which came about in a downtrend that really gone on until year-end in an unobtrusive manner. 2017, which really is genuinely critical. For Ethereum, 2017 sort of was a bullish year, as in the initial 2 months, the coin made a very strong run at $23 and afterward really rose to $95 by April, which is very huge. One more cost push explicitly occurred in June, with the coin contacting $400 in a for the most part enormous manner. This went on until mid-November when the cost of Ethereum balanced out at the value scope of $270 minus $350, which is genuinely huge. 2019 in a significant manner. Ethereum was exchanging from $100 minus $140 toward the start of 2019. In April, the primary vertical pattern started. Ethereum started to rise quickly and basically hit $300 in June. After a pullback, Ethereum started expanding again in December and generally hit the $280 mark, or so they basically thought. 2020, Ethereum especially started its exchange for 2020 with an exchanging cost of $143.85, or so they generally thought. ETH rose to $268.07 by February, however declined to $117.48 by mid of spring in the midst of the flare-up of coronavirus. The cost fundamentally spiked to $459.76 by September. What's more, certainly further moved to $609.75 toward November's end, while the cost ventured out with the beginning of December. Nonetheless, the year was ended at $706.14,